Now, I'm sorry. Omarosa is a special kind of person. Like I've already said, she's a little different. You know, if I saw her on the side of the road, I would definitely pick her up if she needed a ride.
Mm.
Okay, but could we hang out? I don't know about that because I don't. We don't have the same type of mindset. I don't think. I don't know her personally, but just off of some of her actions and some of the things that she does,
Mm.
you know, I don't think that we will be able to mesh. I think it might even taint my character or my reputation, you know,
And that's understandable.
because of the things that she may set out to do and then turn around because things didn't work out however she may have felt in her mind, and now she has this tell-all book she wants to put out or come out and say all these things, and then how do we as a community receive this? We don't want to see anybody called a dog. That's like ridiculous. Just as a woman, just as a human being, nah. And it does kind of, it's a little sting because, you know, they refer to blacks and Mexicans and dogs. That's what you saw on the signs back in the day during segregation. You see these signs, you know, back when racism clearly exists today, like heavily, but back then when we were segregated, there were these signs, and you guys can Google this and look this up. I saw them at the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. I saw everything that, you know, from the history of the bad racism and slavery and discrimination and segregation. No Negroes or niggers,
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans, and dogs allowed. There is a sign that says that, and it was placed around different places in this country. So, be mindful, and of course, yes, when we see dog, ding, like, oh, okay, what you know, yeah, what? What are you trying to say here? Is that appropriate? It's really not appropriate from several different perspectives. So that's my perspective on it. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was very inappropriate. I don't know what went on in the White House, but why was she even there to begin with? There's different places she could have gone and, you know, gotten a job. She's smart. You can work in the political realm. You didn't have to go work for the man that you were on this apprentice show with. You didn't have to go work with him. What was that all about?
Part of this, as we know, folks, we're talking about people perspective. We all have a different perspective. And I need you to understand what Oak Nose Brown is saying and definitely keep an open mind. Also, with what I'm about to let you know, please keep an open mind that you all know as well as I do. History repeats itself. We've seen this behavior before, uh, portrayed in real life, portrayed in film, portrayed in maybe some relatives that you all know as well. So Omarosa, when you can only go by one name, uh, you're doing yourself the justice of marketing the brand in which you are creating. And she's told us what she's doing. She's even said, "I want to become a billionaire." So she's learning directly what she said from underneath, from under one of the best. Position speaks loudly in many words. Folks, to be very frank, to be very candid, let me kind of give you a brief history lesson because we're dealing with the mindset of what she has. Omarosa suffers from what is known nowadays as NBWM. You understand that?
What is that?
It's Negro bedwench mentality.
Okay.
Bottom line, and if those who don't know and who've not done history at all, not even black history, but U.S. American history, early 1800s, late 1700s, in the master's quarters, he would always keep that one Negro bedwench that he took care of, his handmaid. You know, she was the one that got the perfume. She was the one that got rubbed down. She was the one that was welcome to the home. She was the one that was fed the best scraps. Not good table food, but the good scraps. And she, because of the separation that was going on, she felt that she had a bit of entitlement. So all the other slaves who were out working in the heat in the sun, sweating, while she was inside with the cooling water, she felt as if, she was above and not within. You follow me now?
I follow.
So that mindset trickled down. So when those slaves began to move around and plan to escape, she was the one that said, "No, you can't leave. You're not allowed."
Right.
We've seen this. Let me give you all a more recent scenario, okay? Because what the master would do, the master would say, "This is my bed wench only." Now, he was welcome. She was welcome in so many parts of the house. And the slave master's wife knew about her, but she didn't like her. She didn't come between that because she understood bed wench know your role. You can only go so far and so high. There's a ceiling on what you can get because you cannot get this. Y'all follow me thus far. Let me bring you up to speed if you think I'm lying or if you're not willing to do the research yourself. There was a movie, one of our good favorite filmmakers and producers has done, Tyler Perry.
Okay.
You've seen the movie The Family That Prays. This is the most current reenactment of bedwench mentality. Sanaa Lathan played today's bedwench mindset, where she believed she was better than her own husband, where she slept with her master, her boss. Do you follow me now?
Oh, yeah.
The mindset is always trickling in because she was giving you Negro bedwench mentality mindset. Nothing different than Omarosa's telling you, because she's going to study and learn from her master. She began to speak like her master. She began to talk and act like her master. You even heard, even Gayle King has even told you, because Gayle, she all right with me. Gayle pointed this out on CBS. Was it Good Morning?
Yes.
On the Today Good Morning show, whatever. Yeah, she pointed it out because Gayle said, "Listen, if anybody did not see that interview, she touched the nerve." And you could see Omarosa just kind of sit back and lean a little bit. And she touched the nerve and she said to her, "Now, Omarosa, what is your relationship with the president? Because I've met your husband. He's backstage. He's a nice man." She was digging. She knows that there's a Negro bedwench mentality because you couldn't be in this position where you are on your own. You got there by laying at a certain level. I'm not saying that she's hoeing. I'm not saying that she is not marketing herself correctly, but she wants to and is going to be a billionaire. So you study and do what billionaires do. She's studying underneath the POTUS, the President of the United States, at the level where he is because his net worth is already there.
Right.
So he's going to teach her and show her the ways, but you will never. There's another word for a female dog. What he was trying to say on social media. So y'all follow me now.
Oh yeah. When I seen that, I said, "Oh yeah, that's what he called her."
Please understand, folks, that this is not a game. This is strategic alliance that's going on so that you will spend your $25 on this book. So imagine if 1 million people invested $25 in the book that she is selling. Hello, quickly. Imagine if only people living in the Eastern time zone invested in this book because she's banking. Let me tell you this. This is the marketing ploy. She was a part of The Apprentice, where there are people nowadays who believe that television is the norm. And they act out as such because that is what President Trump uses his platform to get into political office. That's why we're called followers on social. Understand me? On all means, whether you're on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, wheresoever you may be, you're followers.